Hi guys, it's Rhonda, and I have another gigantic project that I'm going to work on, and that is the original stage and theater for Molly. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pull this off, but I'm going to give it a try. This is a retired item, and it's 25 wide by 30 inches high, 10 inches in diameter. And it comes with a lot of bells and whistles. It had, I think, 3 buttons on the side where it has applause, and play some music. K-Collect has a really good review of this. I'll put the link below. But it just has the description here for my reference. But I'm going to try to attempt this out of a large box that actually AG, the one that her stuff came in to me just this week with the table and chairs and things. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to use this cardboard box. I'm going to use some fabric for the curtains, and I'm going to use some poster board, regular old poster board for the Art Deco details. So we'll see how it turns out. Wish me luck. Alright, here's what I've done so far. I've turned the box on its side, and I cut out the opening that you see here just in the front of the stage. I cut that out, and then I cut a side panel out so that the dolls could fit inside. I mean, they can certainly walk in through the front, but they need to come in here to perform. I just reinforced the flaps here with some packing tape, and I reinforced all of the edges at the connectors here with some tape, just to make sure that they didn't bust open or anything. So now we've got just the basic inside of the stage, and next I want to address the platform, because the stage is one thing, but there's also an extended platform. So what I've pulled is just a cardboard case from water. When you buy bottled water, you're just going to take that and turn it upside down, and you're going to lift this up and place this under a few inches or so that this will extend out as the stage. Now the back of your stage is not going to be supported. It's just going to be supported in the front. So what I recommend is just an empty cereal box. This is a 6-ounce size, and it's the same width as this, unless you want to use another water bottle case, cardboard, whatchamacallit. So I'm just going to put this in the back because it's not going to extend out the sides, and I just need something to set the actual stage on, and this is sufficient. So this is what I'm going to do next: put the stage on and reinforce the entire, put the platform on and reinforce the entire structure. So here I have the water cardboard carrying case for the case of water. What I did was I covered it in contact paper that looks like wood, but I made a brace in the center just to give it a little bit more stability when the dolls stand on it. And I've just, like I say, covered it completely like you would a package, and then I secured the bottom on the underside with some packing tape, just because I know over time, like with Kit's Treehouse, this will start to bubble or peel away, and this will just help it stay on all the better. Now with the platform stage in front, I did not glue it to the bottom of the actual stage. I have the cereal box vertically right here glued to the bottom, and the top of the box there goes all the way even with the back, and then it's glued. So this is pushed back as far as it will go underneath, so that this will give you enough room here. And then again, here is the stage. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to trim the sides out. You can see in the picture here, we've established the stage. We don't have a pull-out stage, but we do have a platform for them to stand on in front. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use some black poster board, and I'm going to trim out the very top piece just here along the top and the sides to give it this Art Deco looking trim. I don't know that the silver, I'm debating whether to use a silver Sharpie or silver metallic paint, or gluing strips of foil on for the silver details. So we'll see how it turns out. It may be all of those combined, but we'll see. Just first of all, I'd like to get the black detail up first. That went rather quickly and fairly easy. All I did was measured the width of my my stage, and cut a piece of the black poster board. I put the biggest size mixing bowl that I had down, and then I determined how far I wanted the siding piece to go, and then I went ahead and cut that as well. And what I did was just trace that mixing bowl, and then I traced it with the silver Sharpie, and then I cut just on the inside of that, and then I just really went over it again with the Sharpie once I cut it out to give it that detailing that is on her stage. So you can see it's still missing this piece, but you can see how I just traced around like so, and then did the side pieces, how their steps. Art Deco has a lot of step to their filigree, and their, like the Chrysler building, things like that, they have steps. That's just synonymous with Art Deco. So I just drew out the steps as dark as I could with the Sharpie. And so next I have these little long pieces that I don't think my Sharpie is going to show up. I probably will do it just to outline, and then I will probably take some paint and go over it just to give it some more pop, because this is something that you want to really shine. So that's the step I'm going to do next. And then of course I will just trim the corner. I just left this in its square shape, and then I'll just trim all that down once I'm done with the detailing. I'm going to cut out a separate piece to do this little embellishment up on the center here, so that is completely separate. That's what I'm going to do next. Now the next step I've done is I've just taken some extra poster board, black poster board, and I've trimmed out the sides just so that everything is nice and coated. And then I put an extra tall piece up here so that when the arch fits, it will reach to the top of the arch and yet have some black, so the cardboard box will be showing through as well. Here you can see the silver metallic paint that I used to do the Art Deco step design, and then I just trimmed it out with the scissors, and then I glued a separate piece onto the top for the embellishment. Let me emphasize before I go any further that this is a project that requires a lot of patience when you're cutting these steps, and you're going to need your parents. It's definitely an adult supervision project. I dropped the X-Acto knife on my foot and I had on flip-flops and I stabbed my foot. It's fine. It's just got a little tiny dot of blood where it's been injured, but I'm fine. I'm just wanting to make sure that you understand that these little pieces here, they're very tricky, and in worst case scenario, if you just want to draw them on and leave this all one piece instead of all of the stair stepping, then that is certainly an option for you. But you can see how it's difficult to go down this and make a straight line, so I'm going to peel this off, and I'm going to cut out a straight piece of black poster board so that this finishes out more evenly and smooth. Now another thing that I'd like to explain is that I have this top portion on, but because this arch goes over the box stops right where this arch ends, or begins rather. So the box goes across like this. Well, actually here, this is where the box starts. So I had to put an extra piece of black poster board behind so that it had something to hold on to, because then it becomes flimsy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more layers to the back, maybe foam core. I have some black foam core. I may just put that on the back for added stability, but I realized that this is where the curtain is supposed to go, and now it's all black. So when you're doing this, if you have burgundy or wine colored scrapbook paper, or you could even paint it, you could use construction paper. I'm not sure they make it in this color though. Go ahead and cover the back first with that, and then place your arch over. What I'm going to do is simply put some scrapbook paper in this area, because this will then become the valance, and it's a stable part to the curtains anyway. It's not going to move. And then I'll just add this little fringe detail. So then what I'm going to do is just add scrapbook paper in a burgundy color, and then I'll hot glue across the fringe. Then behind it, I am going to use a plastic coat hanger, just the bottom piece, and I'm going to put the curtains. I'm probably just going to hot glue them around because you're not going to see them. Just going to hot glue them around. I'm going to gather them a little bit as I hot glue, and then I will stick them behind here so that it drops down like so, and then I can just tie it back. That's the idea, that's the goal. We'll see if it works out, but I wanted to show you this, what I have so far, and again I just need to trim out the rest of this in the black construction paper and then get the burgundy paper up. Another step that I just did was put a white poster board measured, cut to size, in the back, so that there, I know that Molly has different screens that roll in the back. You wind it and it goes from the flag to a movie scene to a movie, oh I forgot what it's called, it's where they do the movie news, and a concession stand. I think that's what all the screens that turn around say. I'm obviously don't have that kind of equipment, and like I said, this is without the bells and whistles, so what I'm going to do is just cover this in white to brighten up the inside of this box, because it can get dark in here, and then with the curtains it's really going to get dark. This will help reflect some light, and then I'll just probably put a flag, hang a flag in the back. And then also the extra step that I did was just put some more of this wood print contact paper down inside the box, because her stage obviously is going to be all wooden floor, and then this little extra piece is just like it. So that's the next step that I've done, and like I say, the next step will be to do these curtains. This project is a lot easier, but I even made Mini Molly her own little stage, and she is peeking out from behind the curtain. So let's go ahead and try and take her out. This is made from a Kleenex box that I just set up vertically and painted, added the poster board, decorated it with a silver Sharpie, and she is good to go as well. She's got her own little version of her mini stage in theater. Yay for Mini Molly! Here is the completed project, everyone. You can see little Molly is standing next to her stage, and you can see that I just put the curtains up and covered that top piece in matching fabric and put the fringe along the top of the valance, and then put an American flag in back. Molly can make her entrance here on the side of the stage, and this is not attached, it's still removable, but this is the completed project. So I hope you guys like this. A lot of small details that you need to take into consideration when you're doing the Art Deco silver design, but it's a fun project. It's a quick project. You just have to have all of your materials on hand and ready to go. So any questions, just leave them below, and thanks for watching, and Molly and I will see you later. Bye-bye.